Recently, I've been thinking about how fast-paced life is, and one of the things which I think happens is it applies to some of your hobbies as well. It's really easy to become impatient. It's really easy to expect results very, very quickly. But in this video, I wanted to sort of talk about that topic and also anything creative, really. I do feel like sometimes you need to allow yourself a bit more time and a bit more space to be able to come up with a good idea. So I was trying to think of a good example that would work for this, and I think baking a cake is probably a really good one, or cooking in general, but let's go with baking a cake. If you throw together a couple of the ingredients that are required to make a full cake, there is no way of knowing at that point whether the final product is going to taste any good. So if we only put some flour and some sugar together and then immediately said, I can already tell this isn't going to be a good cake, I'm going to stop what I'm doing here, that doesn't really seem like a very sensible idea. And I think this also applies to creative things as well. Me personally, I find that quite a lot of the time I'll throw a couple of things together and I'll already start to feel like this isn't really an idea that isn't going to work, but I haven't really given it the space or the time in order to become its final form. And I think this could be a really interesting experiment, and I do appreciate that sometimes you can get stuck on an idea and it is better to just move on and try something new. But sometimes I think there really is a case for spending a bit more time, getting all the ingredients together and then seeing what the product actually tastes like, or in this example, sounds like when we're making a beat, and then make a judgment on whether it is a good or a bad idea. And recently, I've been really trying to force myself to do that more. I've been trying harder to not give up on ideas early and trying to add a few more components and get everything trying to gel and seeing where it goes. And as a result, I've got to the later stages of making a beat, and there's been a few things that have come together and it's made me actually change my opinion on what I've been creating. So in this video, that's all I really wanted to say, guys. It's a really short video to say, if you find yourself getting rid of ideas quite quickly and trying to move on to the next one and really trying to sort of rush your creativeness and rush your beat making, then maybe think about that analogy of cooking or making a cake. Get all the ingredients together first and then take a sample of the flavour and see what it tastes like. If at that point it doesn't sound any good, then it's probably fine to throw it away. But I really do think this is something that's worth giving a go. And before I show you a beat that I've just been working on, I wanted to do a shout out to Undo Sequence. They reached out to me on Instagram and sent me this. It's a really, really nice cover for the SP. And as you can see, they've personalised it with SP vids on here as well. All this is laser etched and it just fits on the SP and rests kind of on the bolts on the SP404 Mark II. And it acts as a dust cover. It can prevent damage and also like liquids being poured on it as well. It's a really, really nice cover. So a huge shout out to those guys for sending me that over. Go ahead and give them a follow on Instagram. They do covers for other products as well. So it's really interesting stuff. So let's get into this beat that I've created. I hope you enjoy the vibes of this one, and I'll see you all in another video very, very soon.